Game over.
Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking... How did you do fucking... Fuck! Fuck! Game over, man. Game over.
Wait a minute. There's things here. There's trees. There's rocks. There's birds. There's crows. Come on. We'll bless them all until we get fish naked. Join me. Why didn't somebody tell me my ass was so big?
Well, Sparkle Farts, all things being equal, you are technically correct.
Like I can listen to this sort of stuff all day, just a guy.
Living in the gay world.
Welcome, everybody. We have a show, a short show, but a show nonetheless. We've got a show going for 2 hours today. We have a 2-hour show. I know it's the 3-hour tour, and I'm holding the cord. That's why I can't move it. There we go. I should have fucked with the camera beforehand. We have a 2-hour show because I have holiday stuff to do. So I'm sorry. My holiday stuff has to happen. Long story short, you don't need all the deets, but let's get to the P's and Q's of it. I have to do holiday stuff with my daughter today, and I am looking forward to doing said holiday stuff. So that's a thing. So we're gonna go till 4. Normally we would go till 5:30, but we're going till 4. And because we're cutting it off at 4, and we had to cut off so much of Wednesday's show because of our hospital bullshit, we're going to be doing tomorrow for 2 hours as well. I'm assuming tomorrow's going to be a smaller show. People have things to do, places to go, people to see, hookers to pay for, that kind of thing. But we'll be here for whoever else is for 2 hours. And we'll get some stories and stuff. And there we go. Lab Glass, let's gay it up. Hey, good to see you, Lab Glass. With Rusty Grammar replying, pray the gay away, and now Lab Glass, stop trying to get rid of me, Rusty. I'm calling David to let him know. All right, I'm sure, I don't think it's going to affect David Chandler for a show tomorrow. I don't think so, but all right, cool. You know what? Whatever helps you guys, we're doing it either way. Doing it either way. If I can get my leg to get up here. All right, so we had a show slapdash together as quick as possible because, again, I had hospital stuff. I got really sick last night. That was awesome. I had to bail on some friends that wanted to hang out, and I had to say no because, again, got ill, apparently, and also still not feeling the greatest. But we've pushed through everything else. We've gotten done with everything else. We're hopefully good. We're going to do the show now. And then once we, like I said, we're going to get through 2 hours of a show. And when we're done with all of that, we'll be, again, back tomorrow for another 2-hour show. So there we go. I got something you can really work with, Johnny, and a YouTube clip, says Battle Brothers Zio. You know what? We've got a fully loaded program, but hey, let's add this into the docket and see what we have. This is a 2-minute clip of Daniel Pratt from 2 days ago saying the brain-dead globe cult can't figure out why flat earthers hold them in such contempt. The globe cult. I'm going to say, Battle Brothers Zio, I don't know. You know what? I might play this, but I'm going to give 2 warnings. 2 warnings that you should know about, and anybody should know about for the next couple days. I might have to just outwardly not do something because I'm in a mood, and I don't want to provoke it. That's all I'm going to say. And I look at this dude, and honestly, just personally, I could give 2 shits about flat earthers. Like, this is a 2-minute clip, so we can play this. In fact, we'll start with it. But I'm going to just give my little disclaimer now. So what? You think the fucking earth is flat? You hold me in contempt? You're a fucking retard. Again, the earth not being flat is something there are a variety of ways we can go down the lists of disproving. But let's just cut all of that and give me the simple reason why. Why would we... Because again, we started with that belief. If you... again, something I'm sure you don't know, but history... started with the belief that Earth was flat. We evolved beyond that. You can watch boats sail into the horizon and disappear. No cruise ship has ever gone off the edge of the world. Again, just go to New York and watch a boat sail off into the distance. And when it disappears, explain to me. Hi, Johnny and chat. I hope everyone is having a nice day today. Hi, Stevel J. Stevel J, I like that name. Atomic ray cock sizes are shrinking. Yes, you know how I know the Earth isn't flat? Because, in fact, as he just said, one definitive fact about the Earth being a ball is the undeniable fact.
The sad truth is that cock size is the smallest it's ever been in recorded history.
Explain that. If the Earth is flat, explain that. The only way that works is if it's a round globe. Johnny, your argument doesn't make any sense. Neither does his. It's a conspiracy and the Earth is really flat. Why? Because then everybody's a lamb and I'm smarter. I failed kindergarten. This is all I have. Again, flat earthers, whether it's a bit or a thing, and I think Owen Benjamin is mostly a bit, but even if you truly believe the earth is flat, congratulations, you're dumb.
Fuck off.
I don't need to convince you you're not dumb, because again, I don't gain anything from you being any smarter. But overall, okay, let's go to the, since you caught me in a mood and you threw me a snowball we didn't need.
When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take
1
the
second,
lemons
please.
back. Get mad. I don't want your damn lemons. What am I... Hello?
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm trying to figure out how to disconnect this from my board because I'm live during a show from 2 to 5 every day. This is a bad time to call. But what did you need?
Sorry about that.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Yeah.
You know what? Can you call me tomorrow before 2 p.m.?
Yes.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
God fucking damn them! You have fucked with my life all week! Where's that Centricare? No, that was not Centricare. That was my doctor's Midwest Immunology. Midwest Immunology, who I'm about to get very fucking pissed off with. I highly do not recommend anyone going to Midwest Immunology or seeing Dr. Jonathan Cockwood, the doctor I see for my neurology, and the clinic I go to. I do not recommend them. I also hate Centricare. Can we get them sued to the ends of the earth? I'm really not in a mood to do a show when I have to deal with this shit. I spent a lot of time burying it. And then I got this stupid fucking flat earther clip. Let's go look at this capital retard. Can we get Jeff Bezos to launch him into space and then kick him the fuck out?
Ever had the displeasure of seeing this clown, Creaky Blinder? Oh, Lordy. Of course, had to go and do a video about my last video, so all his little minions have been running over, just throwing absolute trigger tantrums. Of course, as we all know, just like the last 10 years, unable to provide one actual scientific method-based proof of the...
All right. One, since you can't clearly speak or understand a decent camera angle, an upward angle would help you a lot. Again, here's one. Go to a pier and watch a boat disappear beyond the horizon. That is one definitive one that mankind has done forever. Again, whatever. You know what? I don't give a shit. So this guy is fucking stupid. No matter what you tell him, he's not going to believe it, and I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't fucking need it. You know what? I can have fun with this. No, I can't have fun with this because it's picking on a person who's more mentally retarded than me, and he chose to be that way. I'm going to do the show I picked. Thank you for the clip suggestion. I'm not even... Oh, we have a show to do for an hour and 15. I really didn't need the fucking hospital to bother me right now. Do we have video clips? All right, let's go to the... fuck, I don't even... Battle Brother Zio, that doctor knows ways to take you out of the picture. He doesn't even have to try. Fucking... Fox, I'm really not in the mood for your bullshit today. All right, so where is this? The mass shooting thing, is this a video? No. That's going to be fun to not talk about. Colorado justices one. This, I think, is a video, right? The Supreme Court justices are now facing a flood of threats. Here's something surprising. We'll go to this clip quick and throw this up on the screen. Let's go ahead and jump this up on the screen there. There we are. Boop, boop, boopity boop, and boom.
Press now. I'm Garrett Hake in Washington, where the Supreme Court is now poised to play an even greater role in the 2024 election after Colorado's highest court barred Donald Trump from appearing on that state's presidential primary ballot. In an explosive 4-3 decision late yesterday, the state Supreme Court ruled that the former president and current Republican frontrunner violated the 14th Amendment's insurrection clause and was therefore disqualified from holding the office of president. The court's Democratic majority found that, quote, President Trump did not merely incite the January 6th insurrection. Even when the siege on the Capitol was fully underway, he continued to support it. These actions constituted overt, voluntary, and direct participation in the insurrection. The court put its own ruling on pause to allow for an appeal to the Supreme Court, which the Trump team says it plans to do. President Biden addressed the court's decision today on his way to an event in Wisconsin.
Is Trump an insurrectionist, sir?
Well, I think certain things are self-evident. You saw it all. Now, whether the 14th Amendment applies, we'll let the court make that decision. But he certainly supported an insurrection. And no question about it. None. Zero.
Just like there's no question about the fact that you are, bought and paid for by China and Ukraine. None. Zero. You know, when your son showed up to answer all those questions by saying, I'm right here. I'm right here. And I'm not taking any questions. I'm leaving now. Thank you. You know, when your son did that whole thing. You want to talk about supporting an insurrection? How about all the FBI agents that were there supporting the insurrection with undercover operatives? You know, people that we know were there, irrefutable. Like, Ray Epps? What about him, right? Jesus Christ. Every day you look more and more like a dried dog turd, sir. Every day.
And he seems to be doubling down on about everything.
Just
Former
like
President
you're
Trump
doubling
didn't
down on the fact that you weren't bought and paid for by Ukraine. Like you didn't make money off of the whole, dealing with Burisma. God damn it, man. Do you want to answer about having the lowest approval rating of any president ever? Just curious about that. You want to answer that? By the way, all of this, if you didn't know, Biden, is just helping Trump. Because even people like me who legit think that Donald J. Trump is a class act piece of shit, a gold tier, fucking diamond, platinum standard piece of shit. I also think that a lot of people at his level in the world are platinum standard pieces of shit. But here's the thing. I'm kind of rooting for the guy because you're turning him into an underdog with this relentless parade of crap that I know is bullshit. And the worst part is, especially according to Flat Earth Turd back there, I'm dumb. You should have one over on me. I'm farting in the bathtub, laughing my ass off. Gold-plated shirt, says Fanatical Bucks fan. Our government is such a dog and pony show. It's fucking embarrassing. Speaking of which, am I excited or not for the last season of Letterkenny? I'm kind of glad because I haven't kept up with Letterkenny. I was talking with someone about Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And I was saying, they were talking about how it's a great show, and they love this, and they love that, and they love these people, and blah, blah, blah. And I mentioned one thing, my true belief on Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I enjoy the show in small spurts, in certain doses, but it gets, at a certain point, it gets, overdone, like Letterkenny. And so one person's like, I know eventually they're going to end the show because they're talking about how Charlie Day's doing more movie shit. And like, I know eventually they're going to end that show, and I'll be sad when it happens. I know it'll happen eventually. I'm like, it has to happen eventually. It can't go forever, or it just becomes, again, meh. Go Rumble only. I have a few clips to share, says Atomic Ray. No, I'm not going Rumble only. Twitch and Rumble are pretty much neck and neck at this point right now in terms of viewership support, and I appreciate both of those. Well, not viewership support in terms of viewership. Support is majority Twitch and a dash of YouTube. And a dash of YouTube. Anyways, so yeah, we have a show going until 4 o'clock. So we have about an hour and 40 minutes for you. So let's get back into this. Again, you guys, if you didn't know this, you are only helping Trump. So for all of you that want Trump to get elected, whether you think this is bullshit or not, this is what you should be doing. Because again, this in the end will only bolster his case. Unless they flat out legit arrest and bar him from being elected, which again will kind of only help Trump. It's because it's unprecedented that they've gone this far to prevent somebody that people want to be elected, by the way, at this point. He's running away with the Republican Party and Republican support, and Democrats have so far nothing, and Biden's dropping like a stone. So, or John Wilkes Booth him. Right, but then who's going to believe that was an accident? I'm bummed out. Lim J died, and the Trailer Park Boys can't continue. I'm bummed out that Archer's over. Archer, I don't know. Again, lab glass. Farting in the bathtub equals bubble bath. I've never thought of it that way, but I suppose if there's enough soap in the water, you could have the makings. A really shitty bubble bath. That shit apple is dead. Don't even know. We're going to go past it. Thank you very much for being part of the show today. Like I said, sorry, guys, but it will be a shorter one. Let's get back into this again. Colorado Supreme Courts are apparently going to kick Trump off the primary ballot. Now, this is the primary ballot for, like, the Republican Party, right? Like the Republican primary or whatever. And, again, it's going to be questioned in the Supreme Court. It was I don't know about a narrow victory, but it was, again, it's interesting. And it's only one state, so it's not even like that'll really... But again, it's starting. Let's see how it goes. It's going to be a fun summer, everybody. The roller coaster of can he run, can't he run? Are we going to have a civil... Because I guarantee you, if you really go to it, like his supporters will get pissed. Eventually, you got to... Like, you can't... I don't know. Let's just play it.
Mentioned the ruling during a rally last night in Iowa, although his campaign is already fundraising off the news. And Republicans are rallying behind their primary frontrunner, including the ones running against him.
I expect that to be reversed by the U.S. Supreme Court. I think the precedent that a court could just take somebody off the ballot without even any type of criminal conviction or anything like that, I think that is not the way the law is intended to be enforced.
We don't need to have judges making these decisions. We need voters to make these decisions. So I want to see this in the hands of the voters.
And so, actually, on the way on the bus ride over here, I said that I would, from Colorado's GOP primary, withdraw from that name and require every other Republican in this race to do the same thing, at least until every candidate actually gets to run.
I do not believe Donald Trump should be prevented from being president of the United States by any court.
Which is why doing this will only make him the president of the United States, because unless the court actually does it, and then the people are supposed... Like, of course, all of you guys are outwardly going to come out against it. Because, again, then next it could be you, sir. What happens if we start imposing belt term limits? You know, you could just say MAFA, Make America Fat Again. Although, again? What do you mean again? Bah.
I think he should be prevented from being president of the United States by the voters of this country.
And that ain't going to happen.
So brace yourself, folks, because an unprecedented web of legal and constitutional questions facing a criminally indicted presidential frontrunner who's accused of engaging in an insurrection has now gotten somehow even more...
I'm sorry, it's fun to catch someone else have a speech slip. You said engaging. Who's accused of engaging? Oh, I was engaging at it. I was looking at... Look at that impeachment. Oh, I'm engaging.
More unprecedented as we head into an election year in which the courtroom may matter just as much, if not more, than what happens on the campaign trail.
It shouldn't unless we're going to talk about
colleagues, senior national.
It shouldn't unless we're going to start talking about the other one going to court too. Why is it only one candidate's bullshit is being brought into court?
Politics reporter Sahil Kapoor has the latest on the border negotiations as they continue on the Hill.
Oh my God, you guys just transitioned into that seamlessly. I was talking about one thing, and you just slipped your dick right into another. Bravo. Danger Bear, sounds like they're all S-ing DJ's dick to be vice president. Possibly. Rusty Grammar was simply the emotes Danger Bear Wolf Turtle. Nice. I don't know what Atomic Ray's saying there. I don't even know if I can handle that. I'm feeling weird, and I'm just definitely not going to smoke anything more for the rest of the show. We've had some food. I don't know, maybe I'm still ill. I'll have to take my temperature later. But, wow, feeling weird. So we have an hour and a half left in the show. We just finished up that first clip. We're going to keep going with all of our content. And, let's get into this first one that we were going to discuss originally. This is a dash cam video of a man in Vermont being arrested after flipping off a state trooper, and he's quoting freedom of expression. Now, we better have the video. All right, it is down there. Okay, so A Vermont state trooper was observed in a newly released video footage arresting a man for disorderly conduct after being flipped off and cursed at during a traffic stop, a move that led the man to file a lawsuit against the trooper for violation of rights. Gregory Bombard was driving through St. Albans, Vermont on February 2018 when a state trooper, Jay Riggin, everybody. So Jay Riggin pulled him over. As the two drove past each other, Riggin mistakenly believed that Bombard had given him the middle finger in passing, but it turned out that Bombard did not make that gesture at that moment. The Foundation for Individual Rights, blah, blah, blah. As Bombard reminded Riggin several times during the stop, pulling him over for flipping him off would have been unconstitutional, even if the gesture Flipping him off would have been unconstitutional. Oh, pulling him over would have been unconstitutional, even if the gesture had been made. If someone flipped you off, what's the citation? What's the crime? All right, I got to just see the video. Let's watch the video. Oh, wow. It's not even a short one. Well, fuck me running. Let's get that queued up. Let's go over here. There we go. This is why I usually do a thumbs down. I think it's more disrespectful. Yeah, this guy got arrested for getting in a tussle with the cop in 2018. I just want to see the footage.
You need something? You need something? Yeah. No, it looked like you put me out when you were going by there. Looks like you went like this to me as I was driving by you. Were you looking? Did you not do that?
No, you might have thought I might be stretching. I was doing this.
Okay, so you didn't...
No.
Okay, you didn't intentionally do that then?
I thought I flipped you off.
Yeah, it looked like you looked right at me and looked like you stuck your middle finger up in my face.
No, I was doing this. Yeah.
What was he doing?
Well, I don't need to make it personal, you know. I mean, you looked right at me, and I don't know if you were like a cigarette or you had
Well, I had a cigarette, but I was doing this.
First of all, I'm not an overly sensitive person, and it's the first.
Personally, I'm not an overly sensitive person. You just pulled a guy over because you thought he flipped you off. You're not an overly sensitive person. I'm going to be honest. With the amount of traffic I saw go through here just now, you're kind of an overly sensitive person because this is a bad time to pull him over. This is a bad spot to pull him over. All over him flying a bird. And he's already explained it. So you kind of look like a dick.
First time in 12 years I've ever stopped someone who I thought put me off, so I don't like that insinuation. You know what I'm saying?
Again, you're not an overly sensitive person, but you did feel the need to defend yourself the minute you were accused. I'm just going to say. Pointing out how this is the first time this has ever happened. Well, great. So now this is the first time you've ever seen like an overly sensitive person.
In talking, you thought
I flipped you off.
I want to make sure that you're all right. Yeah, it's unusual behavior.
It's unusual behavior. Yeah, it's unusual behavior. And now he's laughing. Okay, so regardless of where this goes, if we let him go, then it's, you're a little bit of a bitch and he might be a dick and no harm, no foul. Everybody's cool.
It's unusual behavior.
You may not have been doing that, but I think you can agree that if someone was looking for the attention of a trooper, they're probably going to find it by giving them that type of negative signal. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't know, because I don't.
All right. Now you're fucking with him. You could easily be like, okay, but I still wasn't giving you that signal. I apologize that you feel that way. But no. Just let him have his fucking, he's got his ego chub going, man. Give him, all right, look, he needs to dry hump you with his ego, if you will. And that's how you let him do it. You let him dry hump you with his ego, where you just go, yeah, I guess so. And then that's him dry humping you with his ego, going, yeah, it'd be right of me to pull you over if you did that. Yeah, I did the right thing. I'm a good boy. And that's what you do. You give him that so he can go back into his car and sit outside a gas station or just maybe a billboard somewhere, pretending to be a traffic step monitor and just, rub one out. I'm a good boy. I did a good job. I'm a good boy. That's all you got to do. Let him get his ego rub on, and then he'll go rub one out. But instead, you poked him back, and you went, no. I have the right to flip you off. I did not, but I have the right to do it.
So if somebody were to do that, can we, that might not have been you, but can we agree? If somebody did that for a trooper, they're obviously looking for their attention.
No, I wasn't looking for your attention.
I know, I'm saying if someone did that. I'm trying to put you in my mindset from what I was thinking for a moment.
Again, he's not sensitive, everyone. He's not sensitive. He just needs this guy to understand why him pulling him over for the belief of being flipped off is not an overreaction. He's not sensitive. He's not sensitive.
Now that I'm talking to you, I realize that maybe that wasn't the case. Right? You don't strike me as someone who would do that. I don't know that until I have a conversation with you. Agree with that? I don't know you until I have a conversation with you.
Okay, so I have a question. If someone flips you off,
Yeah.
what is the citation? What's the crime?
So if somebody flicks me off,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're signaling to try to get my attention because they need assistance or they need to have a conversation. Because obviously it's not normal behavior, so I'm going to have that conversation. Right? It's not normal. I'm telling you, out of thousands of public interactions, I've never seen that. At least didn't catch my attention, but it was so obvious what you did. Take a left here, take your first left. Take a left and your first left.
The middle of you explaining to him how all of this has to go. You're like, hey, yeah, take a left here and take your first left. All right. Now don't stop at the brown house on Sycamore Street. All right. That house does drugs. So if you're going there, I already know. All right. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. All right. And don't you flick me off. Ask this guy. I don't f around with people who flick me off. It's not what we do here.
So I won't take up any more of your time.
Well, I'm going to file a complaint with you.
You're more.
Uh-oh. Now he's ego stroking back. Oh, no. We have two ego strokes. We have different strokes for different folks. Two ego strokes. Two ego strokes. So what is the follow-up to this story? Well, we're going to find out how it turns out after this. We got to see where apparently he's going to get arrested. So now let's see the part to where he gets arrested here, and then
More than welcome to. It's Trooper Reagan out of the Salmas Barracks.
But I don't understand why, you thought...
Stop. Nope. He said you get to file a thing. You go, okay, thank you, sir. We should perhaps get out of everyone's way. Just move this along. Don't provoke.
I was going by there, and your middle finger was extended while you were looking at me.
I was doing this.
Well, I also see that you had a cigarette in your hand. Yeah. So it's possible that you had one hand up while you're cigarette.
That would be considered freedom of expression. So I'm going to file a complaint against you.
So actually, you're more than welcome to. Yeah. So here's the issue: is that although maybe freedom of expression, it is so unusual that it requires intervention to make sure that you don't need help at the time. Are you trying to signal my attention or something? Okay, so it may be freedom of expression, but it crosses the line, whereas it is so unusual that it requires intervention. And I'm not going to delay any more than I need to. Listen, sir, once I realize that you weren't flipping me off, you're free to go.
All right, so we're letting him go.
Although the first interaction...
I'm
listen to me, ask me a question.
Oh, wow. All right, so now you're being a dick and you're getting at him twice? Oh, Jesus.
First interaction may have been an error. The second one certainly was not. And while your window was down, with your middle finger extended, you said, quote, asshole, yelled it, and then said, fuck you, as you drove away. And
yeah, you're following the guy. You're following the guy after this whole thing happened. Oh, my God.
All that public there heard it and saw it.
Oh, no. Okay. So again, all the public heard it and saw it. This guy, then cross them like X and Tupac. Suck it. It was a compliment to you, Johnny. Yeah, I didn't think it was or wasn't. I just didn't know how to read it. He's a sissy in a funny hat. Happiness is the key to life is happiness in the asshole. Hate. Oh no! So yeah, they're getting there. I don't know if we want it. Let's find out. They pulled Bombard over. The police are charged with protecting the public, not their own bruised egos. Fire senior attorney Jay Diaz said in a statement, "It's obvious from the footage that the officer wasn't concerned about Greg's safety. He just wanted to punish him for mouthing off." The charges against Bombard were later dropped after nearly a year. Thank you, Wilmer Auto Tech. N8. I don't know what N8 means. Both of these guys are dickheads. Yeah, both of these guys are dickheads. Douche on douche. Douche on douche fuckery. Oh, hate was when both sides are jerks. Yeah, I was on that guy's side for a bit, but then he kept following you and you were just a dick. So what happened to this? Bombard, represented by the American Civil Liberties Union of Vermont, filed a lawsuit in 2021. Fire joined Bombard's legal team last year. So what is the news on this? Why is this a new story? So now they're filing another thing. They're filing another lawsuit against them. Traffic stops are the most common way that people interact with law enforcement. ACLU of Vermont staff attorney Hillary Rich said in a statement, to protect the safety and personal liberties of all Vermonters, the state needs to do more to prevent unnecessary and unjustified police interactions like the one Mr. Bombard experienced. All right, then. Population of this town, 6,942. It kind of seems that way, especially when the sheriff is also like, "Oh yeah, you're looking for Fiddly Joe's Bait Shack? Yeah, I know you want to make a left and then a left just down the road there. Yeah, that's all you need. Just a boop and a boop. You're in business." They probably drink at the same bar. He's probably effing that guy's wife while he's at work. They're probably tunnel buddies. All right, so we've got that. Let's lower that. Ryan Klein saying, "Yo, give me a shout. I have an opinion on this." Well, the phone is open, man. If you want to call in with an opinion on this, when was this? 2:30. So that wasn't too long ago, man. If you've got an opinion, feel free to call in, Ryan Osklein. We've got the phone line. You have the number. Go ahead and call. The line's on. We had to deal with the hospital being a bitch. So calling in again during the middle of the show and stressing me out, which is something I'll have to talk to them about. But yeah, man, the line's up, Oz. If you want to call in, dude, call on in. Maybe I'm being a dick. I don't know. But do we know why he flipped off the cop the first time? Well, actually, Fanatical Bucks fan, in the story and the video, we discovered that he did not. I thought I texted you already to do that. Let's call Oz. I can do that. Let me pull up your thing. There we go. And calling.
Johnny!
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Good. Yeah, so I watched that segment, and I'm normally a huge supporter of the Blue Line,
right.
But that guy was a dick.
Well, they were both dicks. Look, I thought the cop was a dick, but I feel like both of them, at a certain point, the guy also was getting he was getting pretty high off his own supply in a certain way too, because he
right. Because I know the laws, blah blah blah. Him and sovereign citizens need to just go away. I've had enough.
But yeah, so it was eventually they were both assholes. But no, originally the guy didn't flick him off, and then he pulled him over for it, and this guy made a thing about it and made a stink about it. That's where I'm like, all right, now, like, look, the minute you're like, hey, man, that's kind of not cool that you did that to me or whatever. What's your name again? Like, because you know
Right.
you can file the report, you know? Just like,
right.
And that's the other thing. I hate
Let the courts figure it out.
Well,
you
even
know?
that, even if you're going to file the paperwork, I think it's an extra dick move to keep rubbing it in his face that you're going to file paperwork on him for, you know, maybe kind of going above and beyond. You already said that he was sensitive, and he proved it. And it's just like, I feel like at a certain point, you're asking for a fucking, and then when he's following you, he's being a dick, and then you visibly flick him off, and you say something along the lines of "fuck you" or whatever, like all of that. Like, I get why you're doing it, but now you're being a dick. So it's, again, both of them are super hateable in this.
And most people who hate cops are people who are, you know, have been in trouble. You know, like they're guilty. You know, they've been guilty of a DUI or whatever, and they just hate them. And I'm like, okay, you know, that's fine. You can have your prerogative, but
yeah,
I don't know. Cops are not there to do that. That's not their deal.
Yeah,
You know,
but also
they're-
at the same rate, like I said, this is where they both became hateable. Like, after the first interaction, just mind your business, go about your business, and if he keeps following you, at a certain point, you just pull over and you wait. If you pull over and you stop, and then he gets out and he talks to you, you have to be like, dude, I'm not doing anything. This is harassment. Like, you have to...
It reminds me of that old adage, you know, like, oh, if a cop follows you over 3 turns, you know, they're liable. And I'm like, no, that's not how it works. If you're being a dumbass driving, and after 3 turns you're still being a dumbass, they are going to follow you.
Right, but he wasn't being a dumbass. He was just going about his business.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I was so sorry. I was jumping
Yeah.
my gun. I was going
No.
beyond the whole,
Yeah.
you know, the whole misconception, because I'm a big cop guy. So, you know, I work with over 40 different police departments.
Nice.
You know, so.
Yeah. So, no, like I said, I wasn't even saying it was a police thing. This, for me, was just that guy was a dick. And then the other guy, like I said, the other guy was a dick. So I don't feel bad for either of them. I don't know why it was a story. Again, a lot of it happened a while ago. I guess now they're doing another lawsuit or something going up. And I don't know why all of this.
Of course.
Again, this is a weird thing because it dropped as a news story and it's dated, published December 20th, 2023, which was literally...
This is a few years old. Okay.
This is a few years old, but the story was published December 20th, 2023. So this story that I'm reading from was literally published yesterday about the Vermont officer. And it's newly released footage, so I guess that's the footage that's newly released. They're doing a new lawsuit, I guess. And that's why this thing came up. But,
Yeah, well, thanks for the call. I'm going to put you in my phone now.
all right,
My
yeah,
new
man.
phone.
Yeah, no, all right, man. I'm glad we got that sorted out. All right, thank you for being part of the show, Oz.
You guys rock on. Talk
All
to you
right,
later.
thank you, buddy. Oz, everybody. The amazing and talented Ryan Oz Klein. There we go. Good to hear from him. The court later discussed the charges against Bombard, but only after he incurred nearly a year of legal fees and expenses. Yeah. After a year of legal fees and expenses. It's one of these. It could have gone a lot easier if you wouldn't have just harangued him about him going above and beyond with pulling you over. Just let it happen and go. Could have gone. Both of you could have backed away from this situation really easily. Really easily. All right. But again, it wasn't right of the cop to be a dick just because that guy's an asshole. All right, so I didn't want to talk about this, but it's a thing that's happened today, so we're going to get into it quick. We'll cover what we have. This is from, let's see if maybe there have been any updates to it. This is from 2 hours ago. A Prague mass shooting, what we know about the Charles University attack. All right, so if you didn't know, a gunman has killed at least 15 people in a university building in Prague on Thursday, police confirmed. Czech police raced to a shooting at a John Platch Square in the city center shortly after 3 p.m., later adding the gunman's body was also found in the area Images and videos on social media show crowds of people fleeing the scene. One chilling scene shows 8 students perched on a ledge high up on the facility in an apparent bid to hide from the gunman. Authorities have confirmed that the suspected killer was a student at the university, but withheld his identity when speaking to the press. The rescue services said about 30 people suffered various injuries, including 9 with serious ones. Everything we know about the shooting is, and the suspected gunman so far. Czech police said shortly after 3 p.m. they were responding to a shooting at the Charles University. An email sent to staff and students at the Facility of Arts of Charles University said the shooter was in one of its buildings and had told staff to stay put. Images and videos on social media showed crowds. We've got that. The square was now sealed off, with people have been urged to leave the surrounding streets. Prague's rescue services confirmed that 15 people had died, including the assailant, and that at least 30 others suffered various injuries, including 9 serious ones. Czech police are confirming that the suspected gunman was a student at the university when he opened fire on his classmates. His motives are yet unknown, and he has not been linked to any extremist ideology. But, said police, he found the suspect's father dead before the mass shooting. Oh, no. So, let's just show a couple of these, the ones that we think are all right there. That one's okay. No, that's just the extreme one. All right, so there's that one. That's just more people there. That's a dude holding a weapon. Alrighty, so that's what other ones. We don't care what other ones. All right. So yeah, again, we'll just thank you. There's a mood changer. This is a little. Let's go. That's about as high up as we can make it. Yeah. There we go. He had people literally hiding on a ledge to avoid. All right, we don't know why it happened. You know what? And that's one of those places where, thank God we don't. Thank God that we don't allow guns here. They allow guns there, I'm sure, right? Right? Is there? I don't really know if they do or don't. Again, if they do, it didn't help, and if they don't, certainly didn't help. All righty, there we go. I'm doubting they do, though, just off of the one. I just don't think it's a common thing. So there we go. That's everything we know about it. This happened a couple hours ago. That's kind of a bummer and not really something I wanted to talk about today. But like I said, it just happened. So to not talk about it would be a dick move. Thank you, everyone, for being here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. We love having everybody here today. Super awesome. Even on their shorter show today. We've got about an hour and 10 in the show. And, yeah. So we've got an hour and 10 in the show, and we've got a lot more things to get into. If you're having a good time, click the thumbs up, the likes, the subscribes. We certainly appreciate it. Help get the numbers up and maybe the viewers up. Having a more fun day. We'll move off of that kind of bummer. That wasn't awesome. And we already got the wait a minute. Did we already? Oh, this is the other thing. We already did that. And we already did the Trump thing. So we already got through all that. Let's do some more fun stuff, a little less serious stuff. We'll break this up for a minute. We've got a really funny video from Ryan Long. So we'll get to that. And then actually, you know what? That's a weird sandwich to have that and do those. We might pull up our second hour stuff and see what we can get through for there. Cause then we might pick and choose and do a little more relaxed shit. Cause those aren't as awesome. But let's get over to this. This one's a funny thing. I love Ryan Long. This clip got made how long ago? Let's check out. This is like what, 2 days ago? This is from 2 days ago, and it's been making the rounds. So you may have seen it already. If you haven't, check out Ryan Long on YouTube. He makes a lot of really, really funny videos. But this one, This one's particularly enjoyable. And again, it's the holiday season. I'm not trying to be a bummer. I got enough bumming shit. So let's have a little fun with a man whose life is a mess, but has the Middle East figured out.
I was born with the ability to solve geopolitical issues, even though I'm not able to solve any of the problems in my own life. You tell me you're supposed to pay taxes every couple years? Every year? Solve the Middle East, Ukraine, Russia, inflation, unemployment, all without being able to keep a job myself, or a relationship, or keep a pet without having it die. Okay, could you just not cut off my card today, though? Solving geopolitics is actually easy. What's hard is getting to my coffee shop gig on time, and now my boss won't give me any shifts. I've never eaten a vegetable. But more importantly, I don't really have time to deal with all that mumbo jumbo right now because I'm focused on bigger problems like what to do with the world economy. I am an alcoholic, which has caused pretty severe problems in my life. I was doing AA, but it was cutting into me solving most of the world's problems, so I didn't really have time for that. Just wrote a post solving homelessness. I personally, as you know, have been living with my mom in my 30s, so I technically have solved homelessness for myself. Did you realize you have to keep putting oil into a car like over and over again, like all the time? It's not just a one-time thing, yeah. They'd like you to believe it's a one-time thing, but it's not. I mean, the whole Palestine.
Most cases, the car will tell you if it's really, really low. I mean, Steve J saying, this video is literally me. I feel personally attacked. Don't feel personally attacked. He's, again, you're among friends. These are your people. But everyone on Twitter says these shootings only ever happen in the United States. That was kind of the joke I was making, Steve J. Thank you for getting that. That's awesome. The school shooter guy sounds, this guy sounds like a real jerk. Yeah, I'm betting that guy was an asshole. Hey guys, hot take. I don't think people that mow down unarmed people are cool. I think they're kind of assholes. I don't care what the reason is. I think you're kind of a dick if you're going to mow down a bunch of unarmed people that aren't doing anything to you, that pose no real threat to you of any kind. Kind of a dick. Just going to say it out there. I know that's a hot take. I'm sorry. I hope I don't lose viewers. But if you're one of those folks, I'll just say I ain't your friend. All right, we ain't friends. We ain't friends. All right, go ahead and go. Again, apparently a life depiction of Steve J. I have a question, Steve J. If he's got the persona right, if the video is literally you, how close is the visual? Out of curiosity, on a scale of 1 to 10, we don't need specifics. Put us in a ballpark. Go.
Israel thing took me about half hour to solve Thursday morning, which is good that it didn't take long because I had a pretty hectic day. Yeah, my ex and my mom were fighting nonstop because my mom thought that my ex was infringing on her side of the bathroom counter by having all her makeup there and just started throwing it on the floor. Then I came in yelling and screaming to sort of cool stuff down, shoved all their stuff off the sink. My mom got in my face trying to burn me with a curling iron, so then I kicked that out of her hand, almost burned the whole place down. Then my ex decks my mom, knocks her out cold. So me and my ex get into a whole thing and break up, but she doesn't want to leave the house now because she's saying she has squatters' rights and she's sort of locked us out. But the good news is later that day.
Why is he... Seriously, fuck you, SNL. This guy is amazing.
When I was at the hospital with my mom, after a short screaming match with one of the nurses, I figured out how I could negotiate a peace treaty with Russia and Ukraine. I'm focused on solving higher order problems. Pop over to my social media. I got the answers to everything. Last week, I drafted a post outlining how to solve the whole mental health epidemic, but unfortunately, I had a bit of an episode and then trashed my modem, so I haven't been able to post it. I do fly off the handle quite a bit. Look at this, it's closed. I would definitely solve the problem of places being closed. Yeah, I actually know quite a bit about solving the financial crisis because I had a financial crisis recently myself. I got a message from an unknown number asking me to log into my bank account, so I did, obviously. Luckily, everything was already maxed out, so the financial crisis was averted and they weren't able to get me a third time. The only way for me to get another credit card now is if I go prepaid, which I was going to do after my last check, but because payday loans takes like 34%, I ended up just buying weed. I don't know if I told you this, but I had another cat die on me this week. People would just go to my social media and listen to my solutions for everything. I would solve depression in general, and then hence mine. I could bring these gas prices down in 10 minutes, but no one wants to ask me though, do they?
There we go. Something fun for the holiday season. Steve J. Lanky white guy is accurate too. All right, so we're kind of dead on. Oh man, I've got to see if he's ever on tour in an area I can go see him in. I got to see him live. That was awesome. I really, really love a lot of Ryan Long's stuff. That is great. All righty, so that was from 2 days ago. Oh wow, he's doing a whole like global tour right now. My whiskers are getting all up in my face. All righty. So there we go. We've had fun with that. That's a nice little thing. Let's drop that out.
Ethnicity and heritage.
All right. I want to know where she's mocking them, but at any rate, we'll get to that in a minute because we did promise to talk about that. Let's clear our first hour stories off because we've just finished the first hour and we've got 2 left, but they're kind of bummers, and I don't know if we want to get to them. So we might save them for the docket for tomorrow. Let's clear everything we've done off of hour 1 out though, and then let's load some hour 2 stuff and see what we get to. All right. There we go. Oh, yeah, we're definitely talking about that one. We're talking about that one. Didn't I already have this one up? Yeah, so this is the same one. So we'll leave that alone. All right. Just enter that out. Let's go to this. Oh, I don't know if I want to cover that. That'll be a bummer. But we have an hour, so okay. And I'm betting it's that and enter. There we go. All right, that'll definitely be funny. So we're going to get to that. We got Starbucks. Oh my God, we got that. All right, so we got some really good stuff to cover for the next hour. And the woke Jordan Peterson. We have to do woke Jordan Peterson. And that one's a good heartwarming story we might read somewhere to throw us out there. All right, so we've got everything we want to talk about lined up. Let's go to that. There we go. We'll save those 2 for the back end if we really want to get into them. I'm actually going to save these 3 for the back end, and we're going to start here. What's making noise? All right, now I have to fucking pull all this down so I can figure out what the fuck is playing. It's not this one, ironically enough. I hate how Fox sticks all of these stupid ads into shit. I think we got it figured out. Okay. Hello, blind trader. Hey, everybody. Sorry for that. We got all of our stuff up. #doomed. Hate to say it, but that is the future of America right there. Oh, no. GTA VR will be a thing. Oh. Might as well let the parasite overlords reincarnate my soul now. What are you talking about? Yeah, at least the spike vac ones fucked off, though. Yeah, we can get those. The show can start now, and I'm here, says Trucker 18-Wheeler. Thank you. YouTube clip, is this airing at the buffet?
Double-decker, one of the world's largest buffets, double-decker, spiral staircase. All right, that's just what all us fat folks have been clamoring for right there. A buffet with a staircase. Oh, I'm going to get some more of them donut holes. They're upstairs. You know what? I'm all right, I guess. I'll be all right.
All right, a nice bit from Larry the Cable Guy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not here. Johnny, how you feeling today? It's falling great. We're all right, man. We're gonna get through a show today. I'm feeling. I thought I was doing better, and we started doing the show, and now I'm feeling worse. Had a couple things that really kind of threw me off. And we'll figure all of that out tomorrow. In fact, yeah. So we're going through a couple of things. We're gonna keep the show rolling for an hour, and then we got to end it to go do holiday stuff with my daughter. So we'll get sounds like him. I don't know. It doesn't really sound like Aaron, but I get what you're saying. Nita ZJ. Nope. Yep. Just all right. So let's. I didn't want to cover the migrant thing. I don't think, unless we get like again. That'll be a shitty thing to do. Let's get first to this one. A Croatian man turns his property into a stunning festival using 5 million lights. How many people are without power because this guy really got into the Christmas spirit? I mean, lights are cool, dude, but at a certain point, I need to sleep.
A childhood dream transformed into a festival of lights in Croatia, and it grows larger every year. As a child, Zlatko Salaj says he lost his mother and never had a Christmas tree. Now, as an adult, he's bringing holiday spirit to his large family property.
Predložio sam mojoj pokojnoj supruzi da okitim, da kupim 70.000 žaruljica i da okitim jedan dio imanja. I ona je to vrlo rado prihvatila jer znala da nisam imao Borića nikako kad sam bio dijete i tako je onda to krenulo, onda je veliki interes bio, ljudi su se bojali u dvorište doći, nego na cesti su gledali i onda sam ja dolazio i zvao. I onda su pitali jel će biti iduću godinu više, pa je rekao ako vam se sviđa bit će. Onda sam napravio 100.000 i tako se svaku godinu povećavalo.
Salaj says the park, known as Salaj Land, now gets an estimated 100,000 visitors annually.
Krenuo sam 22.001. godine, sam krenuo, tad se vratio iz Jordana i sa 70.000 sam.
Like, how much money are you throwing at this, dude? Like, seriously, are you charging for admission? Holy shit. New South Park episode was very mid, by the way. Felt like a normal episode, very stretched to 40 minutes. Good to know. Fanatical Bucks fan, 8-year-old Oklahoma shot in the head while looking at Christmas tree lights with family. I don't want to read that. Reminded me of this story. Why does that remind you of this story? St. Caesar, what the fuck did I come back to? A guy that really needs to celebrate Christmas because he didn't have a tree when he was a child, and Fanatical Bucks fan really determined to bring the mood down with a total bummer of a story. I'm not even going to talk about that. Bullshit, that's what stopped you from having a tree. You're 90. He's trafficking children. Wow, Fanatical Bucks fan. A lot of people really want to shit up. I was trying to do fun, uplifting, like lighthearted, hey, heartwarming holiday stories. Fuck me in a bucket of sticks. Holy Jesus.
A sada je 5 miliona.
Salaj says he reinvests his profits to bring something new to visitors every year.
The rare Nikes sold at auction for
$50. It was just supposed to, be fun. Supposed to be fun. Documents detail charges against the Lawton man. I really don't want to talk about it, Fanatical Bucks fan. Merry Christmas to all and to all good night. Yeah, I really don't want to talk about either of those stories. So thank you for in here. We're just going to do this just because, seriously, dude. All right. Why would anyone want to watch that, Fanatical? Yeah, why would anyone want to watch or talk about that? Again, just bummer of a story. I already did one bummer of a story because it was literally like it happened 2 hours ago that it was reported. So I did my quote-unquote journalistic duty. My sin-eating duty to talk about something super shitty. And thank you for that, Fanatical Bucks fan. All right, so let's clear that out. And now we have this one that we'll get to in a moment. GTA 6 leaker sentenced to life in prison. Also something, I really don't care about GTA 6. I mean, leaker sentenced to life in prison. How do I feel about that? On one end, I'm kind of okay with it. Like, you did technically steal information of a private company. Leaking video game shit is a big deal. A lot of times causes game companies to have to redo stuff. It can be a big deal. I mean, I don't know. Oh, no, the internet police is real now. What? It's not being talked about is the problem. I don't really want to do a fucking bummer of a story. Go do a show and talk about it then, Fanatical Bucks fan. Did you not catch it earlier that I'm kind of like trying to keep myself in a mood, like out of a mood, and do a fun show and just have a fun show? It doesn't fit the narrative. I'm not doing a show to fit a narrative. I'm trying to not be an asshole for 2 hours and have fun. And I said I didn't want to talk about it. So again, feel free to do it yourself, man. Stole things from the game about stealing things. Yes, Steve J, they did. I'm not, nope, I missed that. I understand. Great. Kind of like earlier. Like, I mean, suggesting things are one thing. But I don't really like the people that when I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. It's my show. I don't want to do that. I shouldn't have to explain it more than that. And then, well, it's not being taught. Well, this is, well, then do a show. Do a show and open all our eyes. I maybe was just not in the mood. Maybe just not in the mood. Alrighty, we have a show going for another hour. Let's get over to this one. An East LA girl went on a date with a masculine guy and felt the feminism leaving her body. So she posted this on Twitter, and we're just going to watch and laugh at this. So let's get over here to that.
Went on a date this.
Oh, God, it's a minute and a half? I assume this was just going to be like a short 30-minute thing. First of all, the feminism might have left your body, but could it maybe have done something with the face and the eyebrows? Holy Jesus. Oh, wow. All right, so, guys, I went on a date this week. We've got an oversized cup. I'm guessing that's a cup of soup, or is that a bowl of soup? I don't even want to know. I'm back now, Johnny. Please continue the show. Thank you for your consideration. Thank you, Mikey. Fanatical Bucks fan is waging Cheerios. I don't know. We're going to find out in a minute. She defo has the libtard look. She kind of does. The eyebrows in particular. I don't know what it is about the eyebrows. They're like super big and bushy, but they're also like manicured. And it's just, you could do just a little bit of work or something. I don't know. It's weird. This is weirding me out. Something about this is wrong.
This week, and I felt the feminism leaving my body. I live on the east side of LA, and if you don't know...
Oh my God, it's not Cheerios. It looks like, what is that? I hate that I know this. Is that French Toast Crunch? Is that Cinnamon French Toast Crunch?
That means it's sort of like the artsier part of LA, you know. It's people say it's like Brooklyn and New York. Like, so I go on dates with a lot of men and women who, you know, live over.
I felt the feminism leaving my body. I don't know how much it left your body, because again,
and who, you know, live.
I go on dates with a lot of men and women. She's got one nasal piercing. It's not a septum piercing, but we're awful close. A lot of men and women. The bowl is cringe. Oh my God, it's a cat lady bowl. Oh, the bowl is cringe. Who caught the bowl? Oh, who caught the bowl? Where was it? The Mikey saying it's not real Mikey. I'm back now. Please continue the show. Well, if that's not the real Mikey, he is a mod. That'd be a weird impersonator, but it's a pod Mikey, according to some. All right, we'll keep that in mind. I did not. If you're going to go through the trouble to shape the brows, maybe do them to match your hair. Yeah. I feel like help them work with the look. I don't know who did this look. It's a very troubling look. And I didn't notice the bowl. I was too busy to notice you have a cat bowl. Is this literally a food bowl for your cat? And then you lost your cat, now it's your bowl? Like, or you each have the same bowl? He eats out of, or she eats out of a bowl. You know what? You probably don't guess your cat's gender. You are too respectful of their privacy to ever assume. They eat out of a bowl very much like yours.
Live over here. There's always a negotiation about who pays, and that's great. I like to pay for people, all that. But what I will say is that I sort of fell into going on a date with the most guy's guy I've ever been on a date with. And he's from West, Santa Monica. He's a bro, right?
I'm really stepping outside of my comfort zone. I dare to say this guy is almost alpha male. He's West Santa Monica Boulevard. I mean, really, wow. Oh, my God. Could be April's libtard sister. This is possibly I'll say faux April. Faux April from another universe. Faux April from another universe. Lives under the pier. If you want to be more feminine, dye your hair a better color. Again, she's explaining how she's explaining how dating a man's man really kind of wooed her just a bit. If it's all about the fact that like he picked up the check and he was very like, I'll get the door, I'll do things for you, I'm the guy, I do these things. Like if that woos, I'm gonna be like, you fucking greedy bastard. Because again, this was always a part of the deal, and this is a weird thing. It's like you want your independence, you want your respect, but then you still want us to do all of that work and be that guy. And when you get that, oh boy, do you just I catch the vapors.
A guy's guy is usually not my type. Like, I cannot remember the last time that I went on a date with, like, a straight bros bro. You know what I'm saying? But it befell.
Well, let me tell you something, dude. I'm going to feed her my 26-inch pythons, brother.
It befell me in an organic fashion. So I'm on this date with this guy, and the thing about a guy's guy is he's putting his card down. He's paying for everything. And I really it sort of activated something feral in me. I'm not gonna lie. We went to like another bar, and he was gonna go to the bathroom. So I was getting prepared to pay for our drinks because he's been paying all night. Of course I'm gonna pay for the next round. But as he's going to leave for the bathroom, he turns to me and he hands me his credit card. And he goes,
guess what?
My card. Get us
I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Thank you, Lab Glass Projects, gifting a sub to Steve J. Where's the bell? Gifting a sub to Steve J. We're having a great show for at least another 45 minutes, and a gifted sub to Steve J. Some necessary cowbell coming out to Steve J. Thank you, Lab Glass. Hey-o. Very much appreciate that support. Stop praying, please, Johnny. What did we do to you? Stop the pain, please, Johnny. What did we do to you? What do you mean the pain? This is hilarious. Cat lady in her bowl is explaining how she's getting all wet in the pants because the dude's picking up the check. Again, an admitted kind of feminist felt the feminism leaving her body when a dude is kind of like, you know what? I'll take care of this. You know what I do? I earn. That's what I do. I'm a guy. I work. I earn. And as a result, I take what I earn and I use it on improving our lives. And that is, again, a thing I do for us, as an us thing. When an us thing means when I get a good thing, it's a good thing for us, like a car, whatever, because I intend to share those things with you. I intend those, again, and then some ladies, some of you ladies, so especially today's age, some of you ladies, well, what about me? I need my me stuff. And it's like, okay, fine, have your you stuff. Have your you stuff. Yes, but you have to still provide for me. Like, all right, well, wait a minute, hold on. So what am I getting for this provision? Oh, nothing. I just deserve this because I'm a queen. Like, all right, go fuck yourself. Now she's at least having the decency to be like, all right, so I figured this was my turn to step up to the plate. But I love the fact that he knows that and he steps in front of her with it and alpha bro move. Here's my card. Get us whatever. And it's just like, and right then, as he handed me my card, I thought to myself,
I'm gonna come.
It might be time for me to get away from all these, liberal snowflakes on the east side.
Might be a time to get away from these liberal snowflakes on the east side. I like how she explained all of that as just the money part. Let's be honest, ma'am. I've got a question. After all of that, after he paid for everything, hand job, blow job, good old dick down, did he get anything out of that? A second date? I'll take a second date. You know what? Here's what. If he threw all the money down and you had a good time, second date at the very least. If you're not going to let him, cross the field, so to speak. And by the way, if you're dating men and women, I really don't feel like you're necessarily the most non-promiscuous person. Johnny, can you fix her? I think Johnny can fix her. I don't think I can fix anybody. I don't have that kind of time. Let me tell you something, Jack. Money doesn't grow on trees, man. If we keep sending money to Ukraine and Israel and relying on foreign nations to provide us oil, dude, we're going to become the third world, brother. She dated a lot of women before this. That's why she's not used to anyone picking up the bill. No, she dated a lot of women and losers. Because she dated a lot of dudes that apparently, again, she dated a lot of men and women. And this was the first time she dated a quote-unquote man's man. And by the way, the man's man was from West Sacramento. Is that super Republican? Dear Butch, I may not be able to fix her, but I'd be willing to work on it. Yeah. One of us will figure it out. Like, you can have it. I got things to do. We already covered all of that. Thank you for being here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. We've got, again, 45 minutes of a show. And we're going to be getting to all of that. Let's just see where we're at there. Wow, amazed at how many people are hanging out over on Rumble. Again, thank you for watching on Rumble. If you're having a good time, please click the thumbs up. It definitely helps the algorithm and keeping us going forward. Atomic Ray saying happy holidays, Johnny. Happy holidays to you too. We will be back tomorrow for a 2-hour show. I don't know. I might do something on Christmas. I'm not going to say what that is because I don't know. I've got a couple ideas I'm floating around, and we'll see what comes together if we go live during a Christmas show. We might do a Christmas Eve show. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't think we're... Yeah, I might be able... I don't know. We'll see where those go. Those eyebrows, eck. Yeah, the eyebrows are what throw me off the most on that chick. I wouldn't be able... Something about the way they're too long and they frame the face down too much. Can we just drop a little on the top or something? Rusty Grammar asking me to check the funding stuff. Let's do that and throw out all of those. Let's give the oh, never mind. I don't need to throw it out yet. Thank you very much for that 11. Let's count that off of the goal there. So we're on to, what was it? We were $40 into the 12th. So now we got to take that down by 11, and that puts us down to a beautiful 30. You know what? We'll just do 30, just to make math easier for the moment. Let's do 30 there, and that's oh, these are the ones. Boom. And then Control C. And now Control V. Boop. We'll throw these up there. If you want to do that, thank you. We keep that moving the show goal forward. Let's drop these on here. And boom. Come on, says Dear Butch. Come on, what? I'd do more, but I just spent over. Dude, Rusty, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Nobody needs to do anything for this show. We appreciate what we get. We say thank you. But again, we're going for another 40 minutes or so. So let's not talk about those. Those are kind of bummers. We might use those in the brunt of our show, the startup tomorrow. We got her done. Let's get rid of that. Oh, we just covered this. This was the video that we did. That was the one we just played, so let's get that out of there. All right, so this next story we want to talk about is hopefully going to be very, very funny. Starbucks CEO wants people to stop protesting at stores over Israel's war in Gaza. So, it's getting to the point now where you can't pick a winning side, and I love that one business is like, hey, can you guys just leave us out of it? We just want to make fucking coffee, all right? All right, I don't, the Jews, the Palestinians, we sell bagels. It's not we don't need it, but whoa, all right? Just let us go. Coffee, bagels, donuts, that's what we do. Middle East peace, not our thing, all right? We picked a lane. It was pretty clearly marked. Why are we involved? Starbucks chief executive Lax Naris. I'm definitely going to butcher this name. Starbucks chief executive Laxman Narasimhan on Tuesday said people protesting the company and disrupting its stores over the Israel-Hamas war were being misled by false information spread online about the company's positions. We see protesters influenced by misrepresentation on social media of what we stand for, Narasimhan said in a letter to Starbucks employees and customers. Cities around the world, including here in North America, have seen escalating protests. Many of our stores have experienced incidents of vandalism, he said. We have worked with local authorities to ensure our partners and our customers are safe. The letter is the way of attempting to untangle Starbucks controversies related to the war. Starbucks has also tried to distance itself from pro-Palestinian positions taken by Starbucks Workers United, a union for Starbucks workers that have angered some pro-Israel supporters. Now, is this deliberate? Is this their way of just, squatting on the fence? Is this their way of Tim Pooling it? That's how they Tim Pool it. The company goes public for Israel. The workers' union goes public for Hamas and the Palestinians. And then so that's how you get it. That's how you support both and neither at the same time. So we'll figure it out. But yeah, all right, let's finish this. The letter's their way of attempting. At the same time, it is facing softer holiday sales, according to analyst estimates. The stock suffered the largest drop in its history, a 12-day slide ending earlier this month. Starbucks is also fighting off union pressure over pay and working conditions and accusations of illegal anti-union tactics. Yeah, of course the union's going to suggest that. Can we also suggest that the union's a money-grubbing piece of shit? Because most of those are that now, too. The coffee company said some of its protests related to the war in Gaza resulted directly from the union's comments. More than 350 of the company's roughly 9,300 corporate-owned stores in the United States are unionized. Shortly after Hamas's October 7th attacks, the union, Starbucks Workers United, posted solidarity with Palestine. We can't, by the way, we don't get to say that anymore. Solidarity with Palestine. Hamas is part of Palestine. So solidarity with Hamas. You don't get to be part of, you don't go, hey, we support Palestine, but not Hamas. Guess what Palestine supports? Hamas. So just say, look, I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm all for it. Say who you are. But don't fucking be a pussy and step around it. Fucking man up and step into it. Go, yeah, we support Hamas. We support Hamas. We're pro-Hamas. If you're pro-Palestine, you're pro-Hamas. If you're pro-Israel, you're pro-IDF and all the shit they do. You can't pick one and be like, well, I'm pro-Israel, but I don't support what they're doing in Gaza. Well, guess what? They're doing it. So, what do you want? What do you want from me? Mikey Milks, hey, I'm over here now. All right. And then Toastmaster, whichever lane they choose will be the wrong one. Right, that's the way it is with this, but that's why it's funny. It's kind of like I said, they're Tim Pooling it. They got one leg on Israel. They got one leg on Palestine, a.k.a. Hamas. And then they're just like, hey, we support them both, and we condemn them both at the same time. I'm dancing like I got a pole up my ass. I'm Tim Pole up my ass pole on the fence. Why am I riding the Tim Pool fence riding thing so hard? I don't know. Just because I want to. He doesn't even know who I am, nor should he care. So why not? Why not? Quite frankly, if it upset him, it'd be a win for me. All right, there we go. So Starbucks CEO, the tweet was not authorized by the union or its workers, and the union's account quickly deleted the tweet, but it sparked some calls for a boycott. Starbucks said some of the protests related to the war in Gaza resulted directly from the union's comments. More than 350 of the companies, we've read that, are unionized. We unequivocally condemn these acts of terrorism, hate, and violence and disagree with the statements and views expressed by Workers United and its members, Starbucks said in a post. There's a nice way to kind of burn the Workers Union. Workers United words and actions belong to them and them alone, the company added. Yeah, but they're your workers. So, see, there's kind of a problem for those stores with those workers. Be like, well, I support Israel. Well, I guess you're not getting your fucking coffee. You baby killer. Because only one side does that. Only one side. They're doing it more. They're both doing it. The other side's doing it to the best of their ability. The other side's doing it more because they have more ability. We armed both of them. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? It's Christmas. Well, it's the Christmas season. I don't know. Holly jolly Christmas season, everybody. The union endorsed a statement from the Jewish Voice for Peace in October condemning the attacks. And now we don't have anything else on it, so the rest of that is bullshit. All right, so there we go. We're done with that. Thank you for that story. All right. I don't know what this is from, but it'll at least be fun. Blue-haired, nose-pierced C-words work for Starbucks. I honestly, a lot of different people work for Starbucks. And we've seen this with coffee houses in particular. There have been a lot of coffee houses with very opinionated, often very not Middle Eastern descent or related people who are very pro-Palestine. And it's like, dude, you don't even have a dog in this race. Why the fuck do you care? Let alone, like I said, there's no winner here. What are you doing? What are you doing? But I digress. I support hummus. I support hummus, too. It's goddamn delicious. And with pita bread, we should all support hummus. All right. So let's, again, thank you for being part of the show on Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube. We love having all of you guys here. We're going for another half hour, and then we're going to go ahead and probably tap out so we can do some Christmas stuff with my kiddo. And then we'll be back tomorrow for another 2-hour show. Again, because I assume a lot of people are going to be going places. And again, today and tomorrow is kind of my Christmas time with the kiddo. So need to do that because I won't stew. Let's get over to... Wait, those ones are there. That's not... Here we are. This one will be fun. So we've got about a half hour left. Now we've got this video... This is purportedly hilarious, and I have no idea who made it or why, but let's watch this on YouTube.
Imagine if you were a black...
This is by a person named Tyler Fisher on YouTube. It was made 1 day ago. This is called Jordan Peterson Masterclass Official Trailer, and this is apparently... the video known as Jordan Peterson, well, no, it's just called Jordan Peterson Masterclass Official Trailer. And the claim is that this is Jordan Peterson going woke. Let's see if this is any good. You got 5 minutes. Is it all gold or is it all shit? Let's find out. Boop, boop, boop. Here we go.
Trans, height challenged, vegan, disabled, ambidextrous, peanut allergy ridden, mentally challenged person. I'm Dr. Jordan B. Peterson. And this is my masterclass.
So he dyed a piece of his hair. He's wearing a rainbow suit. The fucking boots are interesting. And he has a mask. Okay. Color me curious. 19 seconds in. Promising.
Cut! It's like, why in the fuck are we using the word master? It's like, no! It's like, really? It's like, it's comical. We're using outdated slavery terms. Really? It's like, I'm triggered. What about the people of color in here that are damn triggered? Life really is not about personal responsibility or starting a family or working hard. Move back, bucko. 6 feet. COVID is still a thing.
Oh, fuck yes. God damn it, yes.
It's about how many bloody pro...
Fuck yes. Of course Danny Polachuk is sitting in... We've got something. We're going back a bit. The minute he's scooching Danny Polachuk back, all right, this is going to win. Let's go. I'm going to try not to interrupt.
Starting a family or working hard. Move back, bucko. 6 feet. COVID is still a thing. No. It's about how many bloody pronouns you have. It's like, that's it. Dead ass. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Sie, sir,
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir.
Sie, sir, sir. You feeling triggered? You feeling safe? I'll be helping people master the craft of judging people by their skin color, not by their character. You know, Robin DiAngelo, she once said, be less white. Bloody amazing what Martin Luther King did, you know. It's really like far-right Nazi propaganda, you know. Well, I have a dream too. It's like, I have a dream white people will just sit down and shut up. I will teach you how to be more inclusive, even to the pedophiles. Excuse me, the MAPs, or minor attracted persons. They should have a seat at the table too. Might be the kids' table, but let them sit down, let them eat.
Who the fuck made this? Might be the kids' table, but let them sit down, let them eat. This is goddamn brilliant. Oh my God. I'm going to watch this every time I'm feeling depressed just because this is hilarious. It's obviously a caricature that doesn't exist and it's so spot on. It's funny.
They should have a seat at the table too. Might be the kids' table, but let them sit down, let them eat. I'll be teaching you about all the 4,969 genders. Strap in. It's like these ideas have been living rent-free in my head for a long time. I'll be teaching you things from my new book, Beyond Teaching Straight White Males Their Pieces of Absolute Shit. Well, let's get to work, shall we?
Me? I'm Mike, and my pronouns are pronoun.
Well, comical.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's nothing funny about comedy. Stalin, circa 1922, from the Gulags. One of my favorite quotes.
I don't feel so privileged. I'm more in shock. I got fired from my job because I was privileged. I don't get it.
You're helping combat racist racism.
By being discriminated against?
Wow. Cry me a gender-fluid river. Daniel, would you have sexual relations with this beautiful person?
Do
you like surprises?
I'm married sometimes.
We'll just go ahead and put you down for super, ultra, far-right MAGA transphobe.
Please don't do that.
What do you see here in this image?
Kitten?
White supremacy. Cis white male. How about this one?
Dog.
Even worse white supremacy. You little sissy boy. But this one here.
Cat again.
It's the knee on George Floyd's bloody neck.
And
that knee is yours.
They're all the same. Why wouldn't you just guess white supremacy?
Bobby, why don't you tell us what real oppression sounds like?
Well, I just became CFO of my own company, woman-owned company, of course. Just bought a new Porsche, bought another house in South Beach and another one in Miami. Okay. But I was misgendered at a holiday party.
Well,
it hurt.
Surprised she didn't take her own damn life. Greta Thunberg, it's like, I'm gonna quote her right now and say, how dare you get down on one knee and give me 20 Black Lives Matters. Jussie Smollett once said, white MAGA extremists won't even let a black gay man get a damn Subway sandwich at 2 a.m. in the middle of a goddamn snowstorm. It's like, miracle he even came up with that. Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter. I can't believe how goddamn fucking naive you can be. It's like...
The suit part is really throwing me off. How do you keep a straight face dressed like that? Strap in and strap on. Again, this is hilarious. Rockstar got hacked using a Fire Stick in a hotel TV and a phone. Yeah, creative, but if you break into a safe using a pool cue and a deck of playing cards, are you not still breaking into a safe? I mean, how they hacked. All right, let's get back to this. Dude, this is hilarious. I want to know what Jordan Peterson thinks of this. If he can laugh at it, then I'll appreciate him even more. This is fucking hilarious.
That ain't it, Chief. Can somebody get me an emotional support cat to pet, please? Goddamn patriarchy. If you're petting a cat, it's like, it's not even consensual, so forget that. Consider that rape as far as I'm concerned. It's like, that is feline rape. It's like, no. Somebody get me some imitation lobster, please. My blood sugar's plummeting. Man. Sorry. Woman. And go ahead and check your privilege at the door.
Arachnophobic?
Well, looks like the work has begun. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to become a member on that, guys. Like, that was pretty fucking good. That was pretty fucking good. Grab that pussycat. That's feline rape as far as I'm concerned. That part was awesome. That's non-consensual. That's feline rape as far as I'm concerned. Steve J. Woke Peterson for president. Woke Peterson is a goddamn hero. I didn't mean to hit the rim shot button. Did not mean to hit the rim shot button. Alrighty, so there we go. Woke Peterson. Wow. Oh, man. I didn't really want to get into these, but we still have about, what would we say? About 25 minutes in the show still? About 25 minutes left in the program. So, and I don't think this one story is going to cover us for 25 minutes. So let's get over to this one, and hopefully at least this is funnier. Funnier out of what we have. Jeffrey Epstein's accuser is mocking nervous associates set to be named, saying, quote, "Who's on the naughty list?" I might really like this chick. Well, wait, actually, that's dangerous. Maybe I shouldn't be admitting that. Wait, how old? She's legal now, right? Like, we can say, hey, I think I like this chick now, right? Like, that's okay. There's nothing like, that's not... Like, because, again, I don't even know. Let's read. Virginia Virginia, who accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein of abusing her when she was underage and sued his ex-lover, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Prince Andrew, mocked the dozens of other Epstein associates scheduled to be named publicly at the start of the new year. Finally, we are hearing the members of the U.S. government senators about the need for transparency and a call to arms for accountability, she wrote on Twitter. There's going to be a lot of nervous people over Christmas and New Year's. 170 to be exact. Who's on the naughty list? ? And they redacted that part? Why? All right. The quip came in response to a post from Senator Marsha Blackburn, a Republican from Tennessee, a leading advocate for publicly naming Epstein's guests and associates in Congress. Blackburn posted out Fox News Digital's Tuesday article about the judge's order to unseal dozens of names previously hidden in court documents by January 1st. This wouldn't be possible without Honorable Judge Preksha Gufri added. She did not immediately be reached for comment. The district judge, Loretta Preska, oversaw the 2015 lawsuit against Maxwell, which the parties settled in 2017. The court has continued to release and unseal documents since it ended. However, earlier this week, the order for unsealing the documents expected to identify dozens of people, including associates, victims, investigators, and journalists who covered the case. Some of those names will remain under seal, including those belonging to minor victims who never spoke publicly. Yeah, I don't need to know about the victims, right? The victims deserve some privacy. Let the victims come out on their own. Let's make the victimizers, let's get those names out. There should not be any name of the Epstein guest list that is by any means redacted or obscured. There just shouldn't be. Who's that guy? All right. However, Epstein's inner circle remains a great interest to the public. The financier had ties to numerous influential figures, from politicians to Hollywood stars, leading academics, and the prince. Yeah, it's almost like he was an influence peddler, and he was racking up influence with multiple countries. Wonder if he worked for anybody. Just wondering. Not saying who. Wonder if he worked with anyone. Thank God he has such a nondescript name like Epstein. Couldn't possibly have anybody that you could think of that he might be associated with. Could be anybody. When you say the name Epstein, you think anybody. Anybody. Any shade of the color spectrum, any part of the world. Epstein. That name could come from anywhere. In one place particular, I think, though. That could be one. Anyways, let's go ahead and Preska outline the reasoning in a 15-page order. I don't care what the reasoning is. What's the reasoning for never having them public before? Some of the names have been withheld in some documents which belong to people who have either spoken publicly about their connections, have already been identified in other documents, or were identified in the criminal trial. Epstein died in jail. Yeah. Oh, so this is the Marsha Blackburn's thing? This is what she posted to This is what she posted to Twitter. It appears that the bad actors within our government are going to great lengths to protect the pedophiles who took Jeffrey Epstein's private jet. I will not stop working to reveal their identities. The American people deserve to know every name on that list. I kind of agree. We also should ask some other questions about, well, I already asked that question. I already posited my theory. We all very clearly heard who I thought was involved. So, you know what? I've said my 2 cents on the matter. Boop, boop, boopity boop. Nope. Don't want to kick it forward.
For the last several weeks, I've been trying to figure out and to subpoena the records for Jeffrey Epstein's plane to find out who was on that plane. I've been so disappointed that Chairman Durbin has continued to block this because
I wonder if Durbin's name's on the list. Again, you do not look good if you get in the way of this. All right? Look. I'm a man who believes 2 things. 1, I think prostitution should be legal for adult women and for adult men to seek adult women and have adult times. Now, if those women were portrayed as adults as a way to form a blackmail scheme, or even if they weren't and they were simply, these are people that are so inclined for that kind of thing, I'm just saying, either way, those people I want to know about. The guy that set it up also got a few questions. Just a few. Like I said, it really seems like maybe, just maybe, or is it just me? Maybe it's just me. Your thoughts? All right. Anyway, so yeah, I'm with you, Toots. Let's get every name on that list. And by the way, what are you doing this holiday season? Mine's open.
Because Jeffrey Epstein had probably what is the most high-profile sex trafficking ring we've ever seen, ever heard about. It was high-profile, high-dollar people that were predators on these young girls. And I don't...
Look. I'm not endorsing at all what any of these guys may have done. But let's not just flat out call them predators on these young girls. I have a question. How many of these young girls were there to do certain things? Look, if they did predatorial shit, then holy fuck. But again, I don't know. I can't get into specifics of what happened until I understand what somebody's saying. I'm not saying they are or aren't. But again, I also kind of see part of this. Part of this, to me, seems like a blackmail scheme. Like a guy hooked guys up with underage girls, and I don't know how the girls were coaxed into it or forced into it. But again, hooked up so then they looked bad for some of them. And that's what it seems like at least some of it would be. Others might be, again, just total dog big pieces of shit. We don't know. We don't have names. We don't know. That we're not allowed to know those things. But again, and this is just maybe, again, my personal theory. It's just my personal theory, but it just seems to me like, oh shit, I bumped my phone and dialed 6. Let's not and say we did. It's more of them ham spasms. Ham spasms. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and hit play.
I don't know why there is a push to block these records. We need to have access to this. We need to know who was on that plane, who was participating in this. They redacted those records in the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. But getting to the bottom of this is important.
And I don't know that we actually will, but I will be excited if we do. However, I also won't be surprised if her brakes fail. I'm sure plenty of those names aren't going to be included. We'll name a bunch of people. Everyone that we can lose, we'll name. Would be nice if we got all of them, though. Would be nice if we got all of them. But then again, then everybody's always going to assume somebody was. I didn't know you had Gino's cat's phone number. I don't. I don't have Gino's cat's phone number. I bumped my phone, and I inadvertently dialed 6.
Now, for the last several weeks.
Shut up. We already talked to you. We did your bit. We did your bidding. We've got about 13 minutes left. I don't know that we want to cover either of these, as they are, again, kind of bummers. So let's get over to this. You know what? That one's a read, and I don't really want to do a read. Let's see if we can grab. Boom. Let's go. Boom. We need something to take up a couple of seconds. Nerd. Let's go to some of the other holes we didn't hit. Vanity plates rejected in 2023. I'll take you. You could be interesting. Let's look at that. Utah wildlife officials share a video of a flying deer. All right, we want that. And open link in new tab. Maury Povich announces orangutan paternity results for Denver Zoo. I don't really want to go into that. Lion, nope. All right, so that's the best we've got out of there. And let's check one other one over. Where are we? Boom. If we've got anything good here. All right. Yep, we're doing that.
Thinking,
When life gives you lemons,
All right, now we got another call from Oz. Let's grab Oz quick. Go ahead and bring him in here. We're coming to an end of the show, man, because we got to end early. So what's up, my friend Oz? Welcome back to the show. All right, Oz Klein, everybody.
I want to see the deer thing.
You want to see the deer thing? Well, we'll get to the deer thing first. The vanity plate one there. Florida
I
man.
understand there's a delay, but I'm watching it. You know, my TV is muted, so let's roll into that.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and let you go then, and we'll kick right into the deer thing.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, buddy. Thank you for calling into the show, buddy.
Yep.
Bye. All right, so Ryan Oz Klein, everybody. Let's go ahead, and he really wants to see the deer story. I bet Deer Butch would like to see the deer story. So, a helicopter picked up a deer. All right, whoever did this post-editing, just so you know, between the sound effects and the music, I can't hear whatever you're saying. You're retarded. Just saying. As speaking as someone who is, you definitely are. Get yourself checked. You need to get on that now. Like, stopping it now is it's a downhill battle. The sooner you start bracing for the fall, the better you are. Here we go. Is that really a flying deer? We have 3 of them. You're air hauling 3 deer. Why? Is this a really sad Santa reenactment? Are they training for December? We've got to see who's got what it takes. The first one to puke fails. Oh, they've got blinders on, so they don't even know what's happening. Now shoot him!
Failfish 100.
Thank you for the 100 bits. Was it stale fish? Fail fish? SEAL Team 6 kidnapping deer again. TikTok 3 deer challenge. Yeah, get that deer out of here. Aww. Look, I'm just saying. Why is my biggest question. Okay, we've seen the how. Now someone just come up and club all 3 of them. Or are we just going to leave them there? Fuck them. What are we doing to these poor animals? All right, so then we put collars on them. Do we force them to, like, you know, operate a sleigh? All right, so we tagged them. Great. Now he's got a necklace he never wanted. The song Hope. Hope they're not shot next year. Or maybe they are. Santa never intended for it to be this way. So sorry, Rudolph. Trucker 18-wheeler. Oh, dear. Bravo. Alrighty. So the Division of Utah Wildlife Resources shared a video of some unusual flying deer, but they aren't pulling Santa's sleigh. Fuck you. That's a lame joke. The DWR posted a video to Facebook showing a helicopter being used to relocate 3 deer at a time in the skies over the state. The DWR said the deer are brought to a staging area for health assessments before being returned to their habitats. So you're kidnapping deer to give them a physical, and then you're just going to ship them back home. They're going to have the weirdest story of their what happened to you on Christmas of 2023. And they'll be like, you know what happened to me on Christmas of 2023? I got fucking abducted, man. I was just running around, minding my own business. I felt like a weird, sharp pain for a second, and I was out. Like I fell asleep. And then I just felt the wind, like the worst windstorm you've ever felt in your life. It was really groggy. I don't know what was happening, but I was just like, I was laying on the ground, but it felt like the ground was moving, you know? And I was in this weird, like I was laying on the ground, but not on my side. It was like weirdly on my butt. Have you ever sat on your butt for a minute? I did that for a while in a moving ground, and then the ground like suddenly fell over. And then they took off all the crap, and they put something on my neck. These weird fucking, you've seen them, the things with the cars. They don't know what people are, but they know what cars are. Great joke, asshole. Oh, man. They kept coming over every couple of days and sticking a thermometer up my ass. I'd be just walking around eating foraging for my food and minding my own business. And all of a sudden I'd hear it.
Living in the gay world.
They'd come shove something up my ass. And then they'd run away screaming.
I'm a homo.
Thorne, this is how alien stories were born. Kind of. If you think about it, us giving these deer medical examinations are the alien stories of their time. They implanted me, man, in my neck, man, and in my butthole. They kept implanting me in my butthole, and then another one would look at his watch and laugh. He doesn't.
100.
Oh, man. I'm getting this thing all confused. He doesn't know what so much shit is, but then he will randomly know other stuff, like a car to watch. I'm failing my own bit. Oh, my gosh. X-Files music? Well, the best I can do is... Thank you, Albino Negas, for the 100 bits. We really, really appreciate that. We'll be ending in a few minutes. So we'll clear that out, and then we'll make sure we get all of the rest of these stories for tomorrow. We covered the Florida or the wildlife one, and you know what? I'm going to hit pause on this because this isn't even what... If it was a video, I'd be willing to entertain it. But we're going to leave that for tomorrow, that for tomorrow, that for tomorrow, that, and that for tomorrow. Well, we already covered that, so boop. We've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories to talk about tomorrow. Awesome. And I need to start clipping bits because I feel like deer abduction bit is a clip-worthy one, you know, to share. And just be like, I should work on maybe growing the show. Why not? What, you know? This is my year. All right, so we are stacked. Yeah. Next hour's tomorrow's show is already somewhat stacked. I'm excited for that. I'm going to be getting to some holiday stuff, which is why we're going to have to cut this thing off here. But we'll be back tomorrow for a 2-hour show. Again, holiday stuff with my daughter, which is why we have to kind of finagle. I don't have an official schedule for Sunday or Monday. But I will say, for those of you that are able to tune in, I don't know, make sure you have notifications ready. We'll see if we can do something Sunday and or Monday. But we don't know what we're going to be able to swing. It depends. It depends. Anyways, I've got to get going to go get to said holiday stuff. I do have one last gift to wrap. I've been charging the Nintendo Switch that my daughter's getting for her big Christmas gift, and I was supposed to do it yesterday. Got sick as shit. She hung out with me for a bit, so I couldn't do it then. So I got all that done, and now I got to wrap the thing. I still don't know how to fucking hook it up to the TV because I'm retarded, and it just doesn't work. It's supposed to just work. But anyways, we'll get all that figured out later. Anyways, we've been Johnny. You've been a show. and have an awesome evening. And if I don't see you before the 25th, have a merry holiday if it's Christmas or whatever the fuck it is. For me, it's Christmas. I ain't even Christian. It's Christmas. All right? Solstice, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. Fucking bend me over and do me in the ass with a candy cane. Call it whatever you want. I hope it's good for you. But don't do that. Candy canes in the ass lead to tears. They do. I have the dock. I don't get how the dock works. Like, I plugged the dock in. It was all... You know what? Not tech support time. Thank you.
I'm gonna come.
I'm trying to improve.
Living in the game.